All right. Here's a bit. Ooh. Here's a G. We finally got our. We got our EBC Yellowstuff brake pads. I want to say it was on Thursday, but we're gonna finally put them on. I'm gonna open them for you guys. So it actually came with 2 stickers. Shit, 2 EBC stickers, and then obviously some pamphlets and shit. It says please read this. I probably will. Just to make sure what I know what the braking procedure is. So, and it also comes with these shims that you glue, or they're like sticky on one side. You remove the sticky shit and you stick it onto the back of it. We only have, yeah, so one per pad. You get 4, so 1 per pad. And then the piece de resistance, bro. The yellow stuff. I'm hoping these are like good enough for me. I think they should be. I mean, I don't track my shit, so. But yeah, you guys will see the main reason for me even getting this to begin with. Originally, like I said, I wanted Akabonos, but it just didn't make sense. It was too much money, and we're already on a budget, and they weigh down the car as well. So it's kind of like no point. Lug nuts are 21. Yeah, lug nuts are 21. I'm only gonna do this side. I'm only gonna record this side. I'm gonna pull you guys closer. I'll show you why I wanted these to begin with. You can see we're having like these random spots, and from my understanding, it's the pads are getting too hot, and so it's causing like this splotching of uneven like pad distribution, and this is what causes the warping, or the pedal pulsations. So this is basically why I'm doing this, is to fix that. I'm hoping that with these the Yellowstuff pads, we'll be able to remedy this issue. Because I've cut these rotors like 3 times already. So these will hold the caliper to the bracket, and they are 14 mil. Just using that Mobukaki, fucking what's it called, 1/4 inch ratchet. Like so. Actually, let me put this one back in. Letting this smack my head. That's the 14 mil. 2 14 mils. Top and bottom. Pull this off. So we can just tuck it in here actually. That way it's just not hanging on the brake hose. It could also be, well, I did not mean to do that. This could also be the issue of causing the brakes to feel like shit. Is this? But these don't really have any resistance. They slide very easily. And we're gonna remove our pads. This one has a little scratching thing. Alerts you when it starts getting too low. You can see these pads aren't bad at all. They still have a lot of life in them. And there doesn't seem to be any like uneven wear or anything, so. My assumption as to why we're having that issue of uneven pad material is that these are just not rated for the heat or for the torture that we're putting them through. You see, both of these go on top. It's supposed to be that orientation. Do we have new? We should have hardware. There's no way we don't. Let's see. We actually don't. I was like, wait. So we don't have hardware. That's actually pretty disappointing for how expensive this is. We don't have any replacement hardware at all. The fuck? All we have are these. That is definitely not acceptable. For how much you pay for these? I think this set, the pads alone on Summit are like 126, and you get no hardware, no new hardware. So I guess we'll just clean these. We'll clean these up before we put it back on. Before I go any further, let me make sure that these are the right. They look like the right pads, but you gotta make sure. Yeah. Same sizing and everything, so you can see. All right. Next thing are the anchor bolts. They are 22. These are tight. Not too hard to take off. Comes off. Take off the bolts. These have washers on them, so don't lose each other's. This sometimes you'll have to hit. Obviously, I live in a not rusty place, luckily, so I really gotta worry about it. But I'll show you guys. All that is what causes that vibration in the steering wheel. It's a lot worse in the front, for sure. The reason I'm taking that shit off because I didn't just buy pads, I actually bought rotors and pads. This kit I bought off of Summit, and it is from EBC. They showed up in EBC packaging, but it was $300. 2 new front rotors. I wonder how much the weight difference is actually. Oh shit. I don't know. Hard to tell. This one definitely feels a little bit more heavier though. You can compare sizes too, just to make sure that they are the right size, which they are. But we went with blanks because I don't want to have like a shit ton of wear. So blanks, and they're vented as well. So essentially an OEM replacement. And that means I don't get to cut it towards I don't get to count it towards the budget because they're OEMs or OEM like replacement. So we only get to count the pads. $1,000 upgrade on the Akabono or a fucking $130 upgrade just with the pads. I mean, I was being stupid when I started spending money on the fucking Akabonos. I should have researched it more, but it is what it is. For sure. This actually doesn't have any oil on it, I just realized, so I wouldn't have to brake clean them. Because they're coated in this shit, so it's anti-corrosive, I'm assuming anti-rust, anti-corrosive, so they don't get shipped with oil, which is actually really nice. Typically you would have to clean the rotor down because they have like a shit ton of oil on them to prevent like rusting and stuff, but nice job, EBC. except for the fucking hardware shit. That is not acceptable. So we're just gonna clean in these spots where the pad rides, and that's pretty much it. We're gonna push back in the pistons too. Clean them out. We'll brake clean these as well, just to make sure. The reason you don't really want to put any grease on the points where the pads slide is because the grease clumps up the brake dust, and these are pretty dusty from what I've heard, which to some people is a con. To me, I don't really care, at least not right now, since these wheels that I have on, they're in good shape as far as bends. They have no bends at all, which is good, but cosmetically they do need to be redone, so they don't look that good anyways. But like I said, even if I had clean wheels, I don't think I would care too much, as long as you know, have them like coated in like ceramic or some shit, or there's something that you can coat them in to where it makes it so it doesn't stick to your wheel, and then you pretty much just pressure wash them whenever you feel like you want to clean them. BCP41. If you want to buy it off of Amazon, I think you can get like OEM, like the actual tool without the branding from Lang, but it'll still be just as expensive. So pretty much just push in the pistons. Not that hard to understand. And torque these 22s to 133 foot-pounds. Like so. And now we're pretty much almost done. Just put in the pads. These don't look like they have any sort of orientation that they have to be put in. It just looks, there's no markings or anything that says inside or outside or anything like that. So we're just gonna replicate what we already had. This is why you keep your old pads, just for reference, but these two little things go up top. But before we do that, let's put on these. I'm assuming we're supposed to put them on these shims. Just take off the sticky or the plastic protecting the sticky stuff. That's pretty much it. Just line it up, stick it on, and there you go. Let me see. Let me get you guys closer. But this little piece goes inside this little scraper, or in that little loop of the scraper. That's pretty much it. These are in. And now we can put this back on, the caliper itself. And then we put our 14s back in. And these are torqued to 26 foot-pounds, but typically I've never torqued these on any car. I know that this tool, whenever it taps or whenever like it stops, it'll be the 26 or more, essentially. Just drive carefully for the first 50 miles. For the first 50 miles driving, assessing the change brake performance until the pads become fully bedded and you have acquainted yourself with the stopping power of the vehicle. After approximately 200 miles of urban use, using the brake severely only in an emergency, commence the final bed end of the pads by decelerating from 60 to 20 at least 5 times on a quiet surface road. So we're going to drive it, like I said, only in urban locations, so stop and go traffic. I'm going to go drive it. I'm going to go wash my hands. Alright, so this is our current mileage, 78,213. If you remember, I bought this car first month of this year and it had 65, so I've been putting on that mileage. But 200 miles plus 78,213, and then we'll do the 60 to 20 5 times and we'll go from there. Alright, so this is the rotors after the drive. I think we put like 30 or 40 urban miles. You can see the distribution isn't entirely even, but you have to give it time in order for it to cover the whole rotor. This is the passenger side, and then this is the driver's side. You can see look at them yellow pads, bruh. Alright, so we're past 413, so we're gonna start doing this, what's it called, the 60 to 20 stops. I just wanted to take a look at the rotors. They actually look really good. No weirdness or anything, really even when it comes to the pad material. So we're gonna do the 60 to 20 stops, 5 stops, probably like 15 to 30 seconds in between each, and then I'll show you guys again how they look. From what I understand and from what I've seen, they should have like this uniform bluing across the whole rotor. So hopefully everything goes well. I'm gonna be really sad if it starts doing the same shit it did last time, where it would do like the uneven stuff. But I'm assuming the uneven patches of the pad stuff was because of the pads just weren't rated for that type of abuse, or they were like really old, one of the two. But yeah, let's go do those 60 to 20s, and then I'll show you guys when I get back. All right, so we just did it for 6 times in a row. Right now, yeah, we did it 6 times, and it's like 15 to 30 seconds in between each one. Right now, all I'm doing is I'm gonna drive 10 minutes to let the brakes cool down, and then I'll stop and we'll take a look at the rotors and see how they came out. I started noticing a difference around the 3rd and 4th pass. So definitely in 5 and 6, you could really feel the pads start to grip up a lot more. So, and they're, like I said, or like EBC states in the little pamphlet, it can get better still. They said that the pads will be fully realized. That's another G. The pads will be fully realized, or may be fully realized, up to 1,000 miles. So they may get even better and better. But so far, I'm pretty happy with how they feel right now. But yeah, I'm gonna let them cool down and we'll take a look at them. Hopefully we got that nice crispy bluing. So yep, I'll be back. All right, let's take a look. My keys on me, yeah. Let's see how they turned out. So it doesn't have the bluing, but we don't have the same issue that we had before. But yeah, it does not have the bluing, which that could be maybe I just didn't get them hot enough. But I could feel the difference whenever I was doing them, so. But all right, we are here, keeping traction control on because I don't say we're not gonna push it too hard, but we are gonna push it. As I rev it up to 7K. We'll see what we can do. We're 60 miles an hour. We're lowering down 45. Oh man. Nasty ass bump. Bro, the difference is, it's so nice not feeling that fucking pulsation anymore. It really is. 70, 75. Down to third. Oh, she hooked up pretty well there. I went too fast around that corner, but we didn't die, so. A car up ahead. Wide open throttle. Definitely good enough for me. Obviously, I'm not tracking this car, so from my understanding, you don't really want these pads for track. But for a daily driver and some spirited driving, pretty damn good. But I'm gonna end it here. Hope you guys enjoyed. I would definitely recommend Yellowstuff for your daily. If you're a little bit of a more aggressive driver like I am, I'm gonna end it here. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'm out, baby.